So you can't get a deluxe right now. How do I get a deluxe? Guess I can't get it right now. What you doing, boy?
They'll run down the hill in one of the most storied entrances in all of college football. Death Valley, Clemson, South Carolina, home to the Tigers since 1945. We've got a top 25 showdown in this one, both teams with an opportunity to get a statement victory. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. Coming out with it, it's Henderson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15.
Dang, what are you doing, bro?
The offense lining up for a first down play. Use the play fake, now to throw. Pressure coming. Oh, what a grab by the defense. And they'll close in on
this
him
moth keeps flying in front of my screen and I'm trying to get it. Alright, bro.
You want to come out, get some things established, get your
how am I, bro?
Get the positive mojo going. The opposite just happened. Just made a big mistake. Now you just created so much momentum for the other team. Defense, please come and bail me out.
I'm trying to get this thing for the last past 5 minutes.
Brought down after a pickup of 5 yards down to the 10.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get them 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
He's got it again. They get him down after a 4-yard gain to the 6.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
Ain't nothing for me to score.
Well, somebody's been doing their box jumps.
You ain't lying. Getting up in the air. Hey, listen, I'm taking a picture of that, saving it. That might be my screensaver on my phone. That vertical way up in the air.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. So much for the touchback. Here he comes. Gets
I
it
should
out
have
to the
just
20,
ran.
about 5
What are you
yards
saying? What
short
are
of
you
where
doing,
he'd be
bro?
if he'd just taken
Come
the
sit
knee
down
in the end
somewhere.
zone. Here comes that
Up
Alabama
on the bill.
offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here.
Bro.
Just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
The give to the back. Looks as if the Crimson Tide will have the first down. A cornerstone of the Alabama program really throughout history has been be physical, establish a running game.
Yeah, great running backs. I mean, not only are you recruiting great players in the offensive line and skill and all over the place, but so many great backs that you can name off the top of your head that played at Alabama, that ran it with an edge, that ran it physical, that always represented that style. And you can see Alabama, they're always going to...
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. That incompletion leads to second down and 10. Looking for a man, it's Milroe. He's not afraid to go deep. Snatches it on the right. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Alabama may always be built on the run, but these days they elevate with a high-flying pass game.
And great coaches evolve, and we've seen the evolution of this Alabama offense over the last several years, and it's not just run, it's not just eat clock, it is be aggressive, attack, make...
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Really need to find a productive play this time on second and long. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. It's caught. Snowed under by the defense.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots in the zones. You got to get him involved.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Comes out throwing on first down. Gets it out quickly. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. On the move. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football.
Just causing wreckage in the secondary. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
Right there, I think you need a better play call. You got to help your quarterback out a little bit because the throw's got to at least make it to the sticks. On that last play, you're basically trusting the guy to make a few dudes miss in order to go pick up that.
Throw to the end zone.
I should have put it over the top.
And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision here.
Because you starting to move around.
Has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Power football with the run. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Zane, you don't know what you want to do, dude.
Offense gets set for second
No.
down.
No, I'm talking to my dog. Cannot
Back
sit
to
still.
throw, it's Klubnik. It's complete on the right side. He's out of bounds, but not before
Come here.
picking up enough for the first
Come
down.
here, Zane.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running
Come
the
here.
football, but they've got to keep
Where
their
are you
eye
at?
on him when he
Get
runs
on the
routes,
bed and
too.
relax.
He
Come
is
here.
a versatile back.
Going up top on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Maffa. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. And the Tigers will hustle to the line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Right back to him on the ground. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Let's see if they keep it on the ground here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And they're not on the same page there. I really like this call to go for it
Dang,
on
you
4th
okay?
down
Why are you
in this
staring
area
like
of the
that?
field. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
You acting real possessed,
Gonna
Zane.
run it. It's
Seriously.
Maffa. And he'll pick up one.
Why you
That
just
brings up
staring at
2nd
one
and
spot
9.
like that?
Tried to pound it on first
Zane.
down. Now back to the line.
What's wrong with you?
Give to the running back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Listen, I know that's not a huge game, but those run plays add up. They make you tackle the back every single play. Physically, you have to get some guy on the ground. It takes its toll throughout a 4th quarter game.
Snagged in the middle. It's Maffa. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a 4th down. They decide against trying the 52-yard field goal. Instead, the offense trying to convert a 4th and short. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. You always hear run the route deep enough to get the first down, but if you don't, you better fight your way there, and he did.
Yeah, nice job. And listen, catch the football, understand 4th and short, the situation, and then go get that first down. Don't dilly-dally. Don't try to make a home run play. Get past the sticks. Nice job of understanding that situation.
The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw. It's Klubnik. Good timing on the quick out. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Clemson trying to put its paws on a productive red zone trip.
This offense has become a first down machine, and that is so demoralizing for the defense, especially for those star players that are playing tons of snaps. They're not subbing out as much. By the 4th quarter, they are going to be gassed.
They'll throw it from the red zone. Gets it out fast. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. A first down run on the doorstep. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Quick completion on the out route. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Needs to get it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Going for 6. And he's got it. Touchdown, Tigers.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
And it's up and no good. So they played keep away and held it for 16 plays on the scoring drive. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. A rather inauspicious start with the kickoff out of bounds and great field position for this offense. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. They'll throw it on 1st down. That's caught. It's Ncaa25.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Quickly complete. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Clemson is quick to the line. Trying to pick it up on the ground. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and they'll mark it at the 48. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
That is how it's done on 3rd down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the 1st down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that one.
Looking for space. It's Ncaa25. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. Looking to pass. It's Klubnik. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Motion from the offense. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out of the field and make some stops.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. At midfield, he's got room. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a 1st down.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back. Everything tells you pass. And then he scrambles and gets the 1st down. Just so hard to defend.
The offense getting set for a 1st down from the 45. Quarterback checking the play. Looking to move it through the air. Coming after it. Takes a hit as he fires. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
He's looking for a man on second down. Trying to get to it.
Bro.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Leaves it with the back.
Bro, y'all can't block.
Running there, going to pick up 7 yards on the play, but they still have a 4th and 3. The offense is going to stay on the field. They'll take a pass on the 55-yard field goal attempt. On 4th down, looking to pass. Throws toward the end zone. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field. And let's hold on just a minute.
Please.
Here. The officials are going to have a second look.
What?
And the play will stand after the
That's not a touchdown. That's what I'm saying.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball
Hey,
plays. Got it on
man.
offense.
I just got robbed.
These
It's
last
all right.
couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Trying to impose their will with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones, and they completely had him surrounded.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
But this is close. Wait. Zane, why you keep going over there? What's going on?
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Finds his man.
And you sit there and let him catch
He'll
the
get him
ball.
down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Clemson 13, Alabama 0.
That's cool.
First down to start the drive after the break. Let's go. They want that clock to run.
Come on, bro. Sorry, this is my first game on this warm-up game.
Make or break time for this defense.
I ain't too mad.
Get a stop. And if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You got to give this defense
See,
credit because they have bottled this guy
thing.
up
I
all
gotta
game
get.
long. He's one of the
You the
best
second
running
person
backs
told
in
me
all
to
of
play with
college
them, but
football.
I gotta
Everybody
get used to
was expecting
playing
him to
with
have a
them.
big one today.
Like,
Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
Looking for room. It's Adams. Powers through. How about the patience from this sophomore to hunt that green grass?
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Zane. Bro, where did he go?
Clemson set up with another first down. It's a draw. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
How about the job by this defense?
Oh.
They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
It'll be a draw. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
The #1 goal for this defense coming into this game was shut this running back down. And I got to be honest, there were a lot of people on the outside didn't think they could get it done, but they're proving everybody wrong. Tremendous effort. They're playing with a chip on their shoulder. This guy's one of the best in the nation.
And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
2nd down after that incompletion. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Dropping back, it's Milroe. Feeling some heat. They get to him as he throws. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. This has been a dominant performance by the Clemson defense. They have kept the offense in reverse all day. The great defensive legend would be proud.
Oh, they would be stoked. I mean, just to have a complete performance. The defensive line shutting down the run, making sure you can't get any kind of run game going, in the secondary being locked down, linebackers flying around. It's been a complete performance, and it's been complete domination.
Unloads it left.
Bro, why you didn't throw that over?
Wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
It's your first game.
Touchdown,
God,
and this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Wants to pass. Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion as they extend the lead.
How about that, guys? That's basically a 15-point swing. Defense gets a pick 6, and then your offense gets the 2-point conversion. Wow.
What is that? Shotgun?
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes that Alabama offense. The deficit is large. Hope is fainting, but they'll try to finish strong.
Made a lot of mistakes in this game, and that's why it looks like they're...
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. To the air, it's Milroe. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the team, but couldn't reel it in.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. That's reeled in. It's Henderson. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining. And despite going 0 for 2 on 4th down so far, they will stay aggressive and go for it here. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 4th down, trying to find his man.
Oh.
And it's picked off for the 4th time today.
All right, I got you.
Touchdown, Clemson. How about that D coming up with a play like that?
Yeah, how about that, man? 4th down, trying to go make a play, get this offense going, get it sparked, get some points on the board, and that couldn't have gone any worse. They throw the pick, and not only that, they return it all the way back for 6. That offense just shot themselves right in the foot.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Henderson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First down here for the offense. Back to throw, it's Milroe. Getting some heat. Trying to make magic with his feet. On the move at the 30. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. And after this play, the cake will be baked. They'll throw it on 1st down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Played till the final whistle. It falls incomplete, and that's the ball game. Well, some might think this head coach has a tough locker room.
Just very ungood performance. Flush this one down the toilet. Move on. It's not your best day. You lost in ugly fashion, to be honest, but better days ahead.
And I think a lot of this has to come on the shoulders of the players. They need to be able to realize they just didn't do enough. So they've got to turn the page. They've got to go back to work, have a great week of practice, and put out a better effort next week.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome to Manhattan, Kansas, where you'll hear EMAW, every man a Wildcat. And inside Bill Snyder Family Stadium, virtually every man, woman, and child love the Kansas State Wildcats. Today, a top 25 matchup on hand, two of college football's premier teams preparing to square off. As as we'll see the number 15 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 17th ranked team in the land, the Kansas State Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Line gets set. First down. They'll run it from the gun. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for them.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
Kansas State will have to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He gets a block. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Offense set on first down. Going to the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive that he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Unleashes one deep. Broken up, incomplete, and nearly intercepted in the end zone. It'll be 2nd down.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Throws for the tight end. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Part of being a defender, especially against the pass, is you got to see where that receiver's going to. And when he sticks his foot in the ground, you could tell. When he stuck his foot in the ground, that in route was breaking in. They knew it, broke on it, swatted the ball down, and made a nice play.
Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Three straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive.
And the offensive line has to do a better job protecting their man. It's 4th down. He needs some time to make a play. The defense brings the blitz, beats the offensive line, and gets the big sack.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
It doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
They'll run the screen. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And you don't want to start this game with 2 straight punts. Big third down opportunity coming here. Johnson wants to throw it. Flushed out of the pocket. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Get the quarterback off his spot. Make him flush from the pocket. Put a good hit on him. Check, check, check. You want to do everything you can to make the QB uncomfortable. The defense did all 3 of those on this play and finished it off with a nice lick, nice physical play in the quarter.
He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. You could probably question the decision to pass on a field goal last time, and they came up empty on that previous drive, Jesse.
I just think in this offense, it's going to come down to critical down and distances, right? Down in the red zone, 3rd down, 4th down. I like them being aggressive. They just got to do a better job executing.
Yeah, and they kind of know what the defense gave them last time. So let's be more aggressive and take advantage of that defense on this drive.
Well, we're only in the first quarter, but already this defense is making their presence felt. We've seen time and time again their ability to rush the passer and get hits on this QB. His toughness is going to get tested.
This one's complete. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a 1st down. The transition of Alabama quarterbacks over the years has been fascinating, from the dreaded game manager label to playmaker.
To spread it out to Heisman winner. I mean, that's how much this offense has changed and evolved, and they're going to be aggressive and they're going to score points in this new age era.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
The incomplete pass leaves him with 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Gets away. They're bringing heat. He'll pull it down and run. At the 35, he's open. Got a lot of running room. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another 1st down. Looking downfield, it's Milroe. They're trying to get to it. And that one is incomplete. It's the end of the 1st quarter.
Let's go. Oh, yeah, yup. Watch this.
2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Can't start a game any better than that. Defense gets the stop, gives it back to the offense. You march down the field, you score. They are in a great rhythm now on both sides of the ball.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Open a drive like that, it opens a world of possibilities. 1st down from the 43. Caught in the backfield, it's Brown. And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Pocket starts to collapse. Oh, it's loose.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Crosses the 30, he's got away. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. He makes the connection. Touchdown, Wildcats! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes that Alabama offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little...
Off he goes! And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down.
How about the left side of the line getting off the ball, creating some holes so that running back to get through, make the big play on the handoff to the left.
When something works that well, you might as well go right back to it. I mean, they showed no indication. He lofts one down the sideline. And he's got it inside the 10. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown tie.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution in the drive by that offense.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so...
Come on, that's a whole hit, dude.
Touchdown, Kansas State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Getting set for the point after. And it's up and good. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, but a touchdown on the board. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
And the pass.
What I'm talking about, he's using the coach.
Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in the right territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. That's why everybody has to do the tip drill.
Like that was a glitch.
And it worked out this time for the offense.
That's exactly what you want as a defender. Just get your hand on the football, let that thing bounce, and you see so many big plays made. But it was the opposite. It goes right to the wide receiver, makes the play, makes the catch. Man, that's frustrating for a defense.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
A first down run in the red zone. And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Wildcats! A quick strike, just as we expected.
And quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. This is ultra-aggressive. Still in the first half, got the lead and going for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
We're only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the second quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense can do. You've got to make them pay for gambling like that.
He'll come out throwing on first down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And the ball is intercepted. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Well, I think it's pretty safe to say this guy's going to be getting a helmet sticker. That now his second interception of the game. He has just been lights out here today.
Johnson looking to throw. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
On second down, he'll fire. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
Brought down at the 13-yard line. Offense facing fourth down.
Dang.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Kansas State 21, Alabama 14.
Go ahead and roll the dice to start this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Not a time to score.
Here comes that Alabama offense. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Looking to go up top on first down. Finds the tight end. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Moving to running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Tight end line finds a soft spot. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the first down.
Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. The aerial assault continues. Dances away from the heat. Oh, what a move! Touchdown, Alabama! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the third. All tied up, just about set to kick it away. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll try to get it through the air. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down, they were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Quarterback will audible. He's looking to throw it. Got his man quickly. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
He's going to pass. Quarterback adapting. He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
From the gun, running back on the move. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Alabama pushing the tempo. Off play action. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Final play of the quarter coming. On 4th down, going to the air. He breaks a tackle. Pulls it in. It's Bernard. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. Johnson wants to throw it. Fires to the right. Complete downfield. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Now on first down from the 30. Looking to move it through the air. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. The defense was looking for a huge play in this tie game, and they have just given their team a great opportunity.
I think, Reese, at this point of the game, tied late, it's going to come down to who can make the most plays. The defense comes up with a massive play, creating that turnover. Outstanding job by the D. All 11 guys being on the same page, now putting their offense in a great position.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Might be looking to run. And the freshman will chalk up a sack. 3rd play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on 3rd and long. The play action fake. Looking left. The clock has stopped as we have reached the 2-minute warning here in the ball game. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game.
This game right now is hanging in the balance. It's tight. It's close, tied here in the 4th quarter. One play can change everything, and that was a throw that the quarterback wishes he could have.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit them for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. A new set of downs after the completion. Johnson looking to throw. Now he's going to break the pocket. At the 45 on his way. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Wants to throw on first down. Trying to burn this defensive back. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
Nice job by this defense. You go dime package. Why? Because you know the offense is going to throw the football. Great job matching up. More skilled players on more skilled players. More speed on the field to defend the pass.
2nd and 10. He'll throw again. Pressure coming. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
It's the plays like
They're
that
not
that are going
doing
to end up
nothing.
defining and deciding this game, right? It's tight. Tie game, 4th quarter. Someone is going to step up and make a game-changing play, and the defender did right there.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. The offense really couldn't ask for much more than this, Jesse.
You're right. With this,
Looking for the end zone. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Makes the grab. It's Bernard. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
And that's just a great individual effort by the wide receiver. He catches this ball way short of the sticks, but because he's able to make the defender miss, now he's able to get the extra yards and turn that into an explosive play.
They've got it down to the 32. 1st and 10 coming. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Running back goes in motion. Back to throw, it's Milroe. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. We'll get it started here in overtime. They'll start this drive with a pass. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
And those outside linebackers nowadays, they're so fast. They got to cover ground, but you can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks. Versatile. That's why they're getting drafted so high in the NFL and getting paid all that money.
That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on 1st down. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Almost had the huge interception there. Man, what a change that would have been. Instead, we're looking at 3rd down. I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. If he houses this, it's ball game. Got some room to run. And the takeaway will put the finishing touches on this one. And, man, just a soul-crushing turnover by this offense here in overtime.
It's so tough throwing the ball down in this area of the field, right? The windows are so much smaller, and they open and they close so much quicker. You've got to be so precise with timing and accuracy if you're the quarterback. And that time, it came back to bite him. Just didn't execute well enough.
They'll test the right side.
Now, when I'm in OT and I start to get in this territory, I got to be thinking touchdown. What are my plays that I can go to now? I ran the football. I showed a little bit of conservativeness. Now I got to take advantage of a shot out wide. What's my best go-to play in this situation?
Got 8 on 1st down. Now looking at a 2nd and 2. Back to the ground with the running back. He got it in! A walk-off touchdown in overtime!
Game on the line, and they've got to be the more physical side. Great job getting blocks up front. He was able to skirt his way into the end zone, David, to win this game.
And that's why I want the ball 2nd and OT. I know exactly what I need to go get it done. They take it down the field, run in the end zone, and end the football game.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. What a thriller. What a confidence builder to be able to come up with a win like that in overtime.
This team has to love their ability to come up with big plays and big moments. How about in overtime, the individual efforts we saw, this team playing as a unit, doing enough and doing everything that was needed to get the W.
It's such an exciting game, up and down, back and forth. It's heartbreaking if you lose, but when you come through with these games late in the ball game, it gives you confidence throughout the season to continue to build on.
Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Save it.